A newly elected state lawmaker is turning his family's personal experience with the Oklahoma Department of Human Services into a newly proposed law at the Capitol. Glad you're with us. I'm Shay Rossi.
And I'm Rick Marinon. For years, we've covered the struggles of Bill and Lisa Woolley as they fought to get custody of their grandson back. Now their son, Gabe, was elected to the State House last fall. Fox 23's Devin Lyon joins us live in studio after speaking to the Representative Woolley, who is pushing for criminal charges against caseworkers in certain situations.
That's right, and this bill impacts the situation, like you said, that his parents are currently facing, who they've been fighting years to regain custody of their grandchild. That is Representative Woolley's nephew. But he says it goes beyond that. This is one of the first bills filed that offer major changes to DHS. It's a piece of legislation that many could say they saw coming after Woolley was elected last year.
If an individual person was babysitting or had a child and they didn't give the child back, that would be kidnapping. So why would the government be above the law? If there's no evidence of something, how can the government take your child? It should be kidnapping. So part of this is calling it like it is.
Weeks ahead of Oklahoma's 60th legislative session, first-time state representative Gabe Woolley wants to make changes to one of the state's largest agencies.
This is not a simple matter that we're talking about, but there is a big role that the Department of Human Services plays here, and the consistency that we're seeing is that there is a lack of accountability.
House Bill 1100 aims to put harsh restrictions on how caseworkers with the Oklahoma Department of Human Services handle child custody when a family is accused of a crime. In 42 pages, it outlines if a child is taken from their family or legal guardian due to criminal charges filed, the agency must present clear and convincing evidence of abuse. If that does not happen and charges are dropped or dismissed, the bill would require the child to be returned to their family or legal guardian's custody. Currently, a child does not need to be returned to original custody based on a likelihood or a, quote, preponderance of evidence.
And that's what really concerned me, was the word likelihood and the 51% chance. Nothing circled around proof, evidence, certainty. And so that was the concerning part. Are we playing 50-50 chance game with children's lives?
In this bill, if a DHS employee prevents the return of custody, they will be charged with felony kidnapping. This bill is personal for Woolley because that's the situation his parents are in. Fox 23 has brought you several stories reported on a documentary and the legal fight of Bill and Lisa Woolley and their efforts to regain custody of their grandson, who is Representative Woolley's nephew. He was taken away after his baby brother's death. Charges of murder and abuse Bill and Lisa once faced were dropped in 2021. Still, the state has kept them from being able to have any contact with the child.
Every person has some moment that was their get off the couch moment, you know. But what got me off the couch to do more than voting and like run for office, like a much bigger step. Yeah, so my family story certainly plays a role in that. But that was just the beginning. That was just what, again, got me off the couch. Once I got up and started looking into this issue, I realized that it wasn't isolated, that this was actually a really big issue that many, many families are facing.
Now I have this full bill for you on this story on fox23.com so you can read it for yourself. I also reached out to DHS for reaction to this legislation. They told me they do not comment on pending legislation. Now Woolley hopes if it passes, the new law will help the new leadership at the state agency kickstart some real change that benefits children and families. Live in studio, covering news that matters, Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.
We've covered the Woolley's case for several years now right here on Fox 23. You can find our previous stories on fox23.com or the Fox 23 News app. Just search their last name, Woolley.